The JAS-39 Gripen is the Swedish defense industry's largest export fighter jet. The Gripen has seen considerable success, replacing aging fighters in former Warsaw Pact countries, and has also seen sales in Africa, the Americas, and Asia. But why is the Gripen so successful on the export market? The primary European export success for the Gripen is in post-Soviet states. This is probably due to the accession of these states into NATO, and the subsequent need to field NATO-compatible aircraft at an affordable price. In the post-Soviet states, a common thread is the replacement of the MiG-29 as a fighter aircraft. While the MiG-29 as evaluated by the U.S. Air Force and post-reunification Luftwaffe to be a competent knife-fight dogfighter, it was considered to be lacking when it came to independent intercept and beyond visual range capability. Practically every Warsaw Pact state operated MiG-29 aircraft as their frontline fighters. But due to the accession of Warsaw Pact states into NATO, the Soviet Union reserving the more advanced Su-27S flanker aircraft for themselves. Thus, the MiG-29 quickly became obsolete in the air forces of Poland, Hungary, Czechia, Slovakia, and Bulgaria, and they subsequent need to field NATO-compatible aircraft at an affordable price. The Hungarian Air Force decided to acquire Griepen in 2003, with Czechia following in 2005. Slovakia is finally replacing their MiG in 2018, with the decision down to the Griepen or the F-16. The F-16 is said to be more expensive. Bulgaria is in a similar situation, with the Eurofighter and Fa-18 also in consideration. Poland decided to acquire F-16 instead, probably due to their close relations with the United States. For small European countries on a budget, the Gripen makes a lot of sense. Due to the smaller area of patrol, a dual-engine design is not as necessary as it is in Finland or Canada. The lower combat range and external stores are less of an issue, as aircraft can be expected to rapidly return to their home bases to rearm. The Gripen has relatively modern radars and navigation systems, compared to the MiG, and has integration with export-cleared American missiles. Probably one of the largest factors for Gripen adoption is the very low flight hour cost. Griepens have a cost of around $4,700 per flight hour. Next cheapest was the F-16 at $7,000 per flight hour. Other European designs and the Fa-18 go over $10,000 per flight hour. Given that the MiG-29 has flight hour cost of around $4,500. So, the Gripen is a logical choice to keep sustainment budgets from growing too much relative to past jets. Conversely, the other major export success for the Gripen has been replacing Cold War American jets. Both Brazil and Thailand have acquired the Gripen to replace their fleets of F-5 fighter jets. While Thailand also operates the F-16A and B, they operated these aircraft alongside their F-5 fleet and bought the Gripen to replace their F-5. Likewise, Brazil bought Griepen to also replace their F-5. South Africa also operates Griepen, but they replaced aging French Mirage F-1AZ and indigenous Mirage 3 upgrades as opposed to American aircraft. Either way, the trend is clear. When countries wanted to have a cheap, short-ranged, but effective patrol fighter to replace aging Cold War designs that were beyond modernization, the Griepen was chosen.